It's your dad.
Good morning, young people. Smoking Joe Biden here today. I'm going to continue our discussions about the duties of the president. And where we left off was the president and his role as the chief legislator. And what I'm going to do for you as president of the United States is I'm going to put together some bills, some policies, some programs that are going to help all the American people. Not just some of the American people, not the rich, not the poor. It's going to help all of us. And what I need to do, and what I'll do for you, if I can count on you in 2020, is I'm going to get the Congress together, both sides of the aisle. I'm going to bring them together, and we're going to get some legislation passed that's going to help you, the American people. And the reason why I can do it is because I've been doing this a long, long, long time. And people owe me favors. And what you need to understand in this business, you got to give to get. You got to scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. And those people like myself who've been doing this a long time. Remember Barack? Me and Barack, we got a lot of things done. A lot of things done. It's because we know people. I scratch their back, they scratch mine. And that's how I can get things done for you, the American people, as the chief legislative for you, the American people. And finally, young people, what this Congress does, what they've done over the years, but I'm not going to let them do it to me, is they put together some of these bills that they're malarkey. They're no good. They don't help us, the American people. They help just a small group. I'm not going to let them do that. So what I can do is I have the power of the veto. They bring that malarkey to my desk, boom, veto. Not going to happen. So that's why I can be the chief legislative officer for you when I'm the president of the United States, and I can get things done for you, the American people. The next thing I'm going to do as a role as the president of the United States is I'm going to be the economic planner. As soon as we get rid of this little bug, this little corona thing that's messing up our economy, we're going to take care of the corona. We're going to kill the corona. And then we're going to get our economy back. We are going to get our economy back stronger than ever. And I've done this a long time. I can lead our economic charge. So I'm counting on you for your vote in 2020. And finally, one of the things I'm going to do as President of the United States is I'm going to lead my party. We're going to stand for something. We're going to stand for character, principle, those people who get things done. We leave nobody left behind. We're all in this together, the American people, and I'm going to lead our party. So I know I can count on you in 2020. I don't know why they refer to me as Sleepy Joe. I'm not Sleepy Joe. I'm Smoking Joe. Smoking Joe Biden. I know I can count on your vote. And young people, do you remember when I told you just a little earlier about in this business, you need to scratch people's back. You scratch their back, they'll scratch yours. And that we have that going on in Washington, and I've been doing this a long time, so I know how to scratch, and I know how to have my back scratched. And there's a thing called political patronage. And this is where if you help me, when I become President of the United States, I'm going to reward you and give you a good job. That happens all the time in Washington. And I'm going to be a leader, a party leader for our country. You can count on me, Smoking Joe. Young people, listen to me. Another one of my responsibilities is to be a chief diplomat. And what I can do for you is this is when I deal with foreign countries. I know all these countries. I've been doing this a long time. I know all these countries. Scratch their back, they scratch my back. But I can make deals with other countries. And what we can do is if we have treaties, those are formal agreements where we all sit down and all the governments, we all sign these things. And then we have executive agreements where it's just me and the head of state. We cut a deal. We cut deals all the time in Washington. It's a little informal deal making, sort of backdoor stuff. So we have treaties, big formal. We have executive agreements, little informal, little backdoor stuff. That's where we get things done. And I can do that for you as chief diplomat when I'm President of the United States. And also, the last thing you need to remember, and very, very important, as President of the United States, I'm the Commander-in-Chief. I am in charge of our military. And at any moment, I can deploy our military all over the world to help the American people, to protect our interests abroad. I don't like war. I don't like it at all. But sometimes you got to stand up for what is right. And as your Commander-in-Chief, I will stand up for you, the American people. All right, young people, we're almost there. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I want you to think about these. Give it some thought, because I need you. So here's the question. How do the presidential roles of head of state, chief diplomat, and commander-in-chief work together to provide leadership in foreign relations? And the answer is, as head of state, the president, me, remember, it's going to be me, 2020, Smoking Joe, represent the nation. As a chief diplomat, I can direct foreign policy. As commander-in-chief, I can put the military where I need them so we can get the decisions that we need. Think about that, young people. I need you to think about that. And the last question I want you to think about is, what is the president's role in the growth of the stability of the American economy? I told you we'll get rid of this little coronavirus. We don't get rid of it. But what's the role of the growth of the president? Smoking Joe. The president must prepare a budget and submit an annual economic report to Congress and have the ability to control prices and wages. And as your president, I'm going to get rid of the bug. Squash that bug. Anybody notice what gas prices are doing? Huh? Is that good? You like that? Huh? Do you? I know you want to drive around. Gas is cheap. The only problem right now, that little coronavirus, there's no place to go. But as president, as an economic planner, I'm going to get a budget. It's going to work for us. I'm going to control prices and wages, and we're going to bring our economy back better than ever. So I want to thank you for your time, young people, and I know I can count on you in 2020.